Hey guys, a little late to the show with this, but nonetheless, work, things of that nature kind of kept me from making this when I wanted to, which was right after the show. But nonetheless, here I am this evening. This is my Heroescon 2026 haul. I can't say enough about this convention. This convention was fantastic. Saw some books that were just unreal. Heritage Auctions was there, and they had Action Number One, Detective 27, Superman Number One, Batman Number One, and Amazing Fantasy Number 15 in like a 9.6. I think just they called it it was like, I don't know, it was like 10 million bucks for all of them. It was something unbelievable. But nonetheless, Heroes Con, great con. Got some stuff signed. I've already put it away. Probably shouldn't have, but nonetheless, I'll tell about it as I go. One of the first places, well, I'll show these. I got these before the con on the way up there. Picked up Batman Arkham Penguin. This is just reprints. Got all these from Alice, by the way. This is just reprints, classic Penguin stories from the Golden Age up to the present. Just really cool stuff. I've got the original issues, but it's easier to have them all in one book than it is to, pull them out. Picked up Batman Shadows of the Bat, House of Gotham. Just looked like a really cool story, so on the cheap, I picked it up. Got Batman Joker War. This I've got most of the floppies for this, but having it all in one book again, it's easier to have it like that than it is to, pull the individual issues. Picked this book up a while back. This is one of the first books I got signed. Jim Starlin was there, so he signed on Thanos' glove. Just thought that was pretty cool, so got him to sign it for me. All right. Been waiting on this book for a long time. This is Jim Aparo, Brave and Bold Artist, by Tomorrow's Publishing. Jim Aparo is one of my favorite Batman artists. And I've been waiting on this book since they advertised it probably 10 years ago. And they finally just got it completed. The author was there, and I got him to sign it for me. So that was really cool. And it's a good book on Jim Aparo. This one isn't out yet, but they had some advanced copies. This is the Crisis Companion. It basically any and everything you would want to know about Crisis on Infinite Earths. They did interviews with everybody that's pictured here on the cover that had involvement with it. Just a really, really cool book. I'll slide that over a little bit. Anyway, just really cool book, very thick book. And if you're interested in knowing the behind the scenes stuff on Crisis, you need to pick this up. I'll go ahead and tell you, I've got a long box and a short box full. So came back with a lot of cool stuff here. This is Marvel Comics in the late 60s. This is also by Tomorrow's Publishing. They have a book, Marvel Comics in the early 60s, which basically talks about everything before the, when they were doing monster comics and, alien comics and all of that stuff back before the first Fantastic Four came out. That book covers that. I picked that one up last year. They've got one that's just called Marvel Comics in the 60s, and that's basically everything from Fantastic Four number 1 up to not exactly sure where it ends, but this one is the final one. This covers everything, I think, from 1966-ish to the last issue in 1969. They also have Marvel Comics in the 70s and Marvel Comics in the 80s that you can purchase. Some of those might be out of print, but you can go to their website, twomorrows.com. That's TWOMORROWS, and look around on there. They've got some really, really good books, and I'm sure you'll find something that you'll like. Only picked up one magazine this year. This was Savage Sword of Conan, number 14. I've been trying to fill in a Savage Sword run now for several years. And this one was one that I needed. They had, there were a lot of magazines there, but a lot of them were very overpriced, just to be perfectly candid. Found this copy, which is in really good shape. It's got a couple of spine ticks right here. But other than that, I mean, for a book that was put out in 1975, it looks really, really nice. So picked it up, and, that's one less I need for my Savage Sword run. There's a guy named Mike Peterson that was there, publishes a book called Mouse Guard. I found this one. This is actually a first print of the very first book that he put out for Mouse Guard. Found it in a Goodwill bookstore and picked it up. And Mr. Peterson was there, so I got him to sign it for me, and he put a little sketch on there. Also, a couple other books. This is Mouse Guard. This is Winter 1152, and got him to sign that one for me also, and he put a little sketch in there. And lastly, I bought Mouse Guard, the Black Axe. This is, again, he signed it and put a little sketch in there for me. Didn't charge to sign it. I mean, I paid for the books, but the two new books, but he didn't charge to sign it, didn't charge for the sketch, so that was very nice. We talked for a little while, and I, told him how much I liked his work. Anyway, there was another guy there named Hector Murray. He puts out a series of books called Faith and Fandom. There are 10 of them, and what it does is what you see on the cover, Finding God in Geek Culture. They're very good for devotionals. If you like reading about, how geek culture applies to the Judeo-Christian ethic and Judeo-Christian faith. Picked up, that's number 4. This is number 8. And this is the last one that he put out. This is number 10. Anyway, my son likes reading these, and he's very much into manga and anime. So there's some good stuff in here for him, and there's some good stuff in there for me too. So pick those up. These I found in 50-cent bins, I think on the last day. This is Batman number 673, number 677. And I've got all these already, but I just like rereading them because this is one of my favorite storylines. It's number 678, 679, 680, 681. And you're going to see a lot of price tags on these bags, but I can assure you I did not pay what these tags say for the most part. These in particular, I did not. 683, 684, and these are some newer ones that I actually needed to complete a run. This is number 65. That's Batman number 70. I like that cover. Be interested to read this one. I know they introduced the character of Thomas Wayne. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. But anyway, in this one it says, save his son, Thomas Wayne, do the unthinkable. Might be an interesting read. So picked it up for, it was either 50 cents or $1. And that's number 74. Really like this cover. This Batman number 75. I've always liked Bane anyway, but that cover is just, that's top notch. Also picked up Batman number 80. This is a deceased variant cover. Just thought that was really cool. Picked it up. And this is Batman number 85, which, if you remember what the first issue of the City of Bane storyline looked like, it was more or less a parallel, except this time Batman's the one comes out on top. Also picked up Batman number 106. That's a nice cover. Number 108. This one reminds me of Ultron. This Batman number 128. I actually got 2 or 3 copies of 128, not this particular cover, but anyway, I think this is the regular cover for 128. And this is another variant cover with Batman and the Joker I thought was really cool. So 50 cents, why not? Also got 129. Move these out of the way. Love this Christmas theme cover. It's number 130. I try to pick up Christmas theme covers when I see them. Batman number 135. This is Detective number 13. Detective number 996. Number 1076. 1094. 1096. 1097. 1098. And Annual Detective Comics Annual number 1 from 2025. I know some of you who see my videos regularly are probably saying to yourself, why is he going live? Well, it's because I had already videoed all of my haul, and my video was, according to YouTube, unreadable. So thought I'd just have to go live. So my videos are usually screwed up enough as it is when I can edit them. You know, imagine what might happen this time. This is Superboy, number 117. Picked that up out of a $1 bin, $2 bin. It's got a person's name across the cover, but no big deal. It's an early Legion story. So this is what I needed to complete a run. Well, not complete a run, but needed it for my run. This is Superboy number 236. For some reason, this issue, and I'm sure I'll find out something later, why it's a little harder to find. But this one has been really hard to find. So picked it up when I saw it. I was happy to pay a couple of bucks for it. I like the Identity Crisis series. When I can find them really cheap, I pick them up. This is number 1. This is a variant cover for number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And number 7. I see somebody is tuned in. Thanks for tuning in. I can already tell you're going to see stuff scattered throughout, old stuff, new stuff, and no telling what I'm going to pull out of this box. To be honest, it's been 2 weeks since I looked at it, and I can't really remember what all I got. So this is Warlock and the Infinity Watch number 1. I've got several other issues of this series and some other ones that are part of that Infinity storyline that I picked up. So I'm hoping this is one that I needed. I've been trying to fill in a run of Micronauts. I remember as a kid, I had most of these. Never had this one, though. This is Micronauts number 7 with the man thing. And I always enjoyed reading them. whatever happened to those books, I have no idea. I've got 95% of my collection that I had as a kid, but for some reason, those Micronauts disappeared. This is one of my favorite comic books of all time. This is All-Star Squadron #1. I've already got this entire run that I, got as a kid. Yeah, Micronauts was a fun read. Great artwork, too. Really loved. I think it was Herb Trimpe, I believe, the Hulk artist that drew that. If I'm wrong, don't quote me on it, but I remember the artwork was a lot of fun, too. But anyway, this book, I've got the full run, but I know I read my #1 almost to death, so this is probably an upgrade for me. Picked this one up because this is Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, #69. This is with Flamebird and Nightwing. And as you know, Nightwing is Robin now. That's the name that he adopted, I think, in Adventures of Teen Titans #42 or 43, somewhere around in there. Anyway, so I picked this one up just because I happened to see that on the cover, and it was cheap too. I think it was a couple bucks. I love Thoughts of Doom stories. I've read a lot of these Robert E. Howard original stories. This is called #3. And this series is one of my favorites. But I can find them really cheap, which isn't very often, believe it or not. I try to pick these up. This one I picked up just because it's a strange cover. This is Mysteries of Unexplored Worlds by Charlton. Don't know the issue number. Haven't taken it out of the bag yet. But with the Abraham Lincoln cover on it, I just thought that was really cool, so picked it up. I may have gotten this one last year at Heroescon. I am not sure. However, this was one I picked up on the last day for either 50 cents or $1. And if I had come home and discovered that I did not have it, I would have been very angry at myself. Because this is just a really cool cover. It's got Dr. Doom in it. It's got the Mandarin in it. It's got all the people you see on the cover. Just really cool stuff. So picked it up on the off chance that I don't have it. So if I do, I'll read the one that's in bad shape and keep the one, put the one up that's in not so good shape. Or put the one up that's in good shape and read the other one. This is a minty fresh copy of Giant Size Conan #1. Found it in a $2 bin. I've looked at this thing pretty close. I think there is nope. I thought there was a small fold down in the bottom right-hand corner, but there's not. This is a really good-looking book to be as old as it is. I think it's either 1975 or 1976. So had to pick that one up. I'm a big Conan fan anyway, so. Giant Size Conan #2. This one I know I got for 50 cents on the last day. It's not in all that great shape, but 50 cents, why not? This is Giant Size Conan #5. This has got Conan and Elric in it. If you're familiar with the Elric character, then you know. This, I hope, is going to be a really good story. I know that Elric was in Conan #13 of the regular comic book, 12, 13, 14, before #20. And I'm hoping this isn't a reprint, but if it is, oh well. Anyway, get this out of the way. Pick this up. This is just freaking cool cover. This is Our Fighting Forces, featuring Lieutenant Hunter's Hellcats. This is #117. I mean, you've got the Marines, and they're fixing to fight some, abominable snowmen that are Nazis. I mean, come on. You going to leave that in a $1 box? Heck, I didn't. This was not $139, and it is not a 9.8. I mean, I was born, but not yesterday. You couldn't give me 139 copies of this for 139 bucks. But anyway, it was what I needed to fill in a run. So this is Green Lantern #103. So picked it up for $1. This one also has a $9,849 tag on it. Got it for $1. This next one I'm going to take out of the bag because there's something I want to show. This is Two Gun Kid number 69. I pick up coverless stuff. And, so that's not unusual, but there's a special reason I picked this one up. This has got a house ad for Daredevil #1 in it. And I just thought that was really cool. So for $1, I picked it up. Coverless and, coverless or not. Plus it's complete and it's a good read. Jack Kirby art. Also picked up Two Gun number 71. This is a reprint of Marvel Family Comics #1. This was, it was either 25 cents or 50 cents on the last day. I think I ended up spending more on Friday, though, than I did on Saturday and Sunday combined. And that's very unusual because I usually don't spend all that much on Friday. But I think, I got some stuff autographed on Friday because Jeff Loeb was there. And I got him to sign a bunch of stuff, bunch of Batman books that I've already filed away. Long Halloween, Dark Victory, Ghosts, Haunted Gotham, and there was one other one. I can't think of which one it was, but I had gotten Tim Sale to sign them years ago at Heroescon and, wanted to get Jeff Loeb to sign them so I'd have the artist and the writer. So this is DC Universe Last Will and Testament. This is a Brad Meltzer wrote it, and the Kuberts, Adam and Joe drew it. So thought I'd pick that up. It was 25 cents or 50 cents. Good stuff. This is Batman Braving the Bold number 14. I love this cover. I mean, Batman standing on top of the wrecked spaceship, the other spaceship in the background. I just thought this was really cool. So for 50 cents, picked it up. Got the Avengers, number 86. This was $5 on the, it's either Saturday or Sunday. Anyway, picked it up for $5. It's in relatively good shape. This is the second appearance of the Squadron Supreme. So $5, why not? Also got number 111, which is in real good shape. But I still didn't pay. I don't think I paid more than $5 for it. This is Captain America, number 183. I'm trying to get a run of Captain America from number 100 to number 300. And this is one of the ones that I needed. And along the way, I'm upgrading some books. This is 215, 225, and 228. These are definite upgrades from the books that I had. And I was very happy to pick them up. They were, on the cheap, as most everything else is. But anyway, pick those up to upgrade a little bit. I've been trying to get a run of Teen Titans, the very first series. And with these that I picked up at Heroescon this year, I'm down to about 8 issues, I think. 6 or 8 issues. This is number 17, number 19, number 21. Nope, did not pay what you see. It was half of that. And number 25. This is the first appearance of, it's got it written on the back here, of Lilith Clay. So, very happy to pick that up. Got this out of a 50-cent bin, I think. It's Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 5. Not really familiar with this series. I've got a couple of issues of it that I picked up on the cheap. And I'm trying to piece it together, the 7 issues. So this is one of the ones I needed. Got this one, Batman Dylan Dog, or Dylan whatever. Anyway, this is one I've never heard of. And It was a quarter, so picked it up. Very happy to find this, mainly because I wanted a copy of this book for a long time, but just couldn't find a decent copy on the cheap. This is Giant Size Defenders #4, where they fight the Squadron Supreme, or Squadron Sinister. Just good stuff. Pretty sure I don't have this one. This is Brave and the Bold, #56. Didn't pay $15 for it. I may have paid $6. Just good 60s stuff. So pick that up on the cheap. That was Tyrion the Pirates, #8. It's not in the best of shape. I didn't pay $15 for it. It was on a $5 box, I'm pretty sure. Most of these were drawn by Milt Caniff, who was the artist for the newspaper strip. Or if it's not Milt Caniff that drew them, it's somebody who can draw just like him. But anyway, just good 1930s, 1940s adventure stories. Just good stuff. This is Straight Arrow #27 from Magazine Enterprises. Magazine Enterprises was a comic book publisher from, I know, 1950 up to at least 1955, maybe 1956. I think they may have gone into doing paperbacks or something. But anyway, for a few years, when Vin Sullivan was their editor, kind of the equivalent of Stan Lee, they did comic books, mostly Westerns, some adventure type stuff. Not very much hero comics that I can think of, but good Western stuff, really good Western stuff. Pick this copy up of All American Men of War, #25, and All American Men of War, #33. Just good atomic age war comics, just good stuff, really good stuff. I pick these up when I can find them for $5 or $10 a copy, because the stories and the art are always top notch. Because it's usually Joe Kubert and Russ Heath. Pick this one up just on a whim. This is Atari Force #1. I should have got Jose Luis Lopez to sign it for me, but I didn't. I was too busy doing other things and just didn't get him to sign it. But nonetheless, it's associated with video games, so thought I'd pick it up. Pick these up because they're part of that Rest in Peace Batman storyline that I showed some of the issues of that earlier. This is Batman the Outsiders #11, #12, and #13. I do my best to pick these up when I can find them that are, crossovers to the Batman storyline, and I was lucky to find these in a 50-cent box. This is the Motor City Comic Con 2016 program. I try to pick up programs from other Comic Cons just because it's cool, at least I think so, to look at them and see who the artists were that were there. Sometimes you can pick these up. Like this one was $1. I didn't pay $20 for it. But you can pick them up and they'll have autographs in them. So pick those up when I can find them. This one, unfortunately, didn't have any autographs in it, but still cool to look at and see, who was there. This is a Batman story called The Hanged Man. Not familiar with it, but just had a really cool cover, so picked it up for, I think it was $1. So this is The Outsiders, formerly Batman the Outsiders #22 from the 1980s series. This is The Outsiders Special #1. This is a crossover with Infinity Inc., which I always liked that book. I've got a full run of that one. And I thought I'd pick this one up. I picked this up because this was a why not. I think this is by Classics Illustrated. It's the world around us and it's spies. I imagine this is probably printed in the late 50s, early 60s. I haven't opened the bag yet to look. and it's probably got some James Bond-esque type stuff in it. So thought that'd be pretty cool to pick up. Now, this Batman Urban Legends number 16. These are square bound. I'm not familiar with this series, but when you can get them for 50 cents a dollar, sure. This number 17. I really like that cover, so picked that one up. And here's a third copy of 17 with a Black Adam cover. So thought that was really cool, so picked that one up. Picked up an old Dale. This is the Outer Limits. I'm not sure what number it is because they put those on the inside. Might be number 6, but let me see here. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Hadn't opened it up yet to see what it is, but it's got a dinosaur on the cover, and it's got, futuristic stuff, so thought it looked pretty cool, so picked it up. Been looking for a cheap copy of this for a long time. Finally found one. This is Jerry Lewis number 97. Came out in either 1966 or 1967. That crossed over with Batman and the Joker. I'm sure it's silly, and I'm sure it's, your typical Jerry Lewis comic. But nonetheless, it's, during the Batman craze, so picked it up. I think I paid $2 for it. Also picked up DC Super Spectacular number 16 with the Sergeant Rock stories. One of my buddies has got this, and he told me, he said, if you can find a copy, you need to pick it up because it's got some really, really cool stories in it. So picked it up. Got this Showcase number 44 with Tommy Tamara of the Planeteers. Just good 1960s science fiction type stuff. Really cool. Plus, it was cheap. I think I already have this one. I may have 3 or 4 copies of this one, but I pick it up every time I see it. It's Tales of Suspense number 69 with Iron Man fighting the Titanium Man. It's plus it's got the Midnight in Greymore Castle story from Captain America. This is one of the issues that the cartoon from the 1960s, the Marvel cartoon, adapted and used panels from this comic to make the cartoon. So, I mean, you got to pick that up. I mean, when it's on the cheap, you got to pick that up. All right. This next one I was surprised to find in a $2 bin. This is Justice League number 111. I've got a copy of this, but I paid $10 for it because at the time this comic was hot. And I needed it for my run. I wasn't picking it up because it was necessarily, hot at that moment. But I picked it up because I needed it for my run. But I got this one for $2, and this one's in really good shape. So now I can use the other one as a reading copy. This is Rip Hunter Time Master number 11. It's messed up right here on the side, and staples are rusty. But for $1, why not? And got Rip Hunter number 21. The artwork in these later Rip Hunters is not all that great, but the stories, if you like the, 1960s type science fiction stories, it's a good read. These next 2 are the very last 2 books I picked up on the way out of the con. I was in a hurry because we had to be out of the parking garage at the hotel by 11. And I had already paid for what I thought was the last books I was going to buy. And this one and the next one were sticking up out of the box. And something told me to look. And this is Ghost number 32. I have been looking for a cheap copy of this for a long time because I've always liked this cover. And right behind it was another one that I've been looking for a long time. This is Phantom Stranger number 33 with Dead Man. Got a classic Jim Aparo cover on it. Just really cool stuff. I was very happy to get those. Those were $1 a piece, or it might have been 50 cents. This is Marvel Collector's Item Classics number 3. This is a reprint series from Marvel in the 60s, where they reprinted the very earliest issues of Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and the Hulk. So I mean, I had to pick this up because I can't afford the originals, that's for certain. This is number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 13, and number 19. Love picking these up because, like I said, the originals are so expensive, and I just want to read the stories. So, very happy to find those. This is Marvel's Greatest, which I'm pretty sure is what Collector's Item Classics became, number 23. This number 27. And they changed titles again and became Marvel Tales, number 30. They started reprinting Spider-Man. So, again, early Spider-Man, pretty expensive. So, pick those up so I can read the stories. All righty. This is a fill-in book. I'm going to upgrade this one when I have the chance, but for $1, I couldn't pass it up, despite how rough shape it's in. This is Daredevil number 82, where he fights the Scorpion. I'll probably upgrade it probably next year or so, but for now, it's a placeholder. Also got Daredevil number 104 with Kraven. Daredevil number 114 with the Man-Thing. Daredevil number 128 with the Deathstalker and a startling character, whoever that might be. This was one of the only ones of the Millennium Edition comics that put out in 2000 that I didn't have. And being the Batman fan that I am, you would have thought I would have had this one, but I didn't. So, picked it up. Now, Marvel Adventures number 1, which I think is a reprint of Daredevil number 21. I've got the original issue, but this one I won't feel guilty pulling out of the bag and reading. It's Marvel Double Feature number 17. I like reprints of the old Tales to Astonish, Tales of Suspense books, so pick this one up. I love Planet of the Apes, and this is Adventures on Planet of the Apes number 8, put out by Marvel in the mid-70s. I like picking these up because, again, I love Planet of the Apes, and anything I can find with that in it, I pick up. Strangely, though, I haven't picked up a whole lot of the Dark Horse stuff, but oh well. I overpaid for this, but I overpaid for it because this is the last one that I need to have all of the Heroes World catalogs. I think I paid $4 for it, and to be honest, it's probably a $2 book at best. But trying to complete them, you know, sometimes you pay a little more just to cross that one off. This is reprints of stories from the Vault of Horror. This is number 1 from Gladstone Comics. Thought it was pretty cool, so I picked it up 50 cents. This is the only issue of Thor that I needed that I was able to find. And this one's going to kind of be a placeholder because some critter got a hold to it on the top up here. But I was able to get it for $1, so for $1, why not? This is the New History of the DC Universe. Had an interesting cover, so picked it up. This I picked up for obvious reasons. This is an homage to the Killing Joke cover. This is Mark Spears' Monsters, issue number 4. Picked it up purely based on the cover. I think I paid $1 for it. I've got the original Spawn Batman books from the 90s. And this one was in a box. I think it was $1, so picked it up. All right. Shogun Warriors 2. I loved this series as a kid. Again, these are ones that for some reason disappeared out of my collection along with my Micronauts. Don't know why or where they went, but nonetheless, they disappeared. This is Shogun Warriors number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Love this cover. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. This one's got 2 in it. Hold on. This one might have. Nope. This is number 10. Number 11. This is number 16. And this is number 20, where they fight Fantastic Four. This is towards the end of the Shogun Warriors run. Pick this up because it's Spider-Man fighting Dr. Octopus. This is Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man, King Size Annual number 1, 1979. Trying to pick up a few old Amazing Spider-Man from the mid-70s, which are the ones I remember reading as a kid. So pick this one up because, I mean, heck, it's got Mysterio in it. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 142. Number 156. Number 167. 168. 169. 171. 175. 176, 178, 181. Ended up getting 2 copies of 182. This is the one in rough shape, and this is the one that's a little bit in better shape. And get these out of the way. This one I need to do a press on, because this one was kind of bowed out. This is number 185. Also picked up 187. Number 191. 192. 193. 196. 197 and 199. Very happy. Those I picked those all up between $1 and $3 a copy. So happy to pick those up from my childhood, because the ones I had when I was a kid are gone. Pick up Johnny Quest Special number 1 from Kamiko. I'm a huge Johnny Quest fan. Love the original comic. I'm not comic, but the original cartoon. So I picked that up. Also picked up number 2. Somehow ended up with 2 copies. Number 2. This is Johnny Quest Classics number 1. This, I think, are adaptations of the episodes from the original cartoon. So it's number 2 and number 3. These next ones I had as a kid too, and these I may still have, I may not, don't know. They're buried somewhere. Battlestar Galactica number 1 and number 2. I always enjoyed reading these when I was a little fella, so thought I'd pick them up. I know I had a pretty good run of them, but I haven't seen them in years. Picked up a few Iron Man. Didn't pick up the early issues like I usually do. Just couldn't find them this year, not for a price I was willing to pay. But this was number 70. It's got Ultimo in it. It's what I needed. I love MODOK. He's one of my favorite supervillains. This is Iron Man number 74. Just good stuff, real good stuff. This number 90. This one is placeholder. This number 93. It's in pretty rotten shape, but again, I can upgrade at a later date. At Iron Man number 97, this was an upgrade because the one I got was in rough shape. This I found in a dollar bin, and with the shape it's in, I can see why it was in the dollar bin, but still nonetheless, it's Iron Man number 100. And I know I saw 100 on a bunch of vendors' walls for a lot more than $1. So very happy to pick that up, even if it is just a reading copy. Also picked up Iron Man number 116. These next few Iron Man were 4 for $1 on the very last day. This is 184, 188, 189, and 190. So all 4 of those, I paid a crisp $1 for all of them. Also picked up giant size Iron Man number 1, where he fights the Angel. Just thought that was really cool, so picked it up. Trying to fill in a run of Marvel 2-in-1. This is number 4. This number 14. Number 16. Number 19. Let me open this next one. This next one was one of my favorite comics as a kid. This is Marvel 2-in-1 number 22. I remember this is the comic that hooked me. This is why I'm still collecting to this day, almost 50 years later. And the man who drew it was there, Ron Wilson. I got him to sign it for me. And picked up number 23. Hey, for those of you who are stuck around, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't do this to, for speculation purposes or anything. Not there's anything wrong with that. If that's what people want to do, that's fine. I love comics, all kinds of comics. And I like picking up old stuff and reading it and enjoying it. This is number 34. This is one of the saddest comics I remember reading as a kid. If you find a copy of this on the cheap, pick it up. It looks like it would be kind of goofy, but I'm telling you, this was one of the saddest stories I have ever read as a kid. And it was so sad, I almost didn't want to read it again, but I have read it several times since then. But anyway, that copy is long gone. Marvel 2-in-1 number 37. Number 41. Number 44. 45. This is an upgrade. This is 62. 63. 66. 69. 71. 72. 74. 76. 82. 86. 87. And 89. This next one I found, it was in a dollar bin, and I love this comic. This is Herbie from ACG. This is number 13. It is, I heard somebody refer to this as a Dada-esque comic, and it really is, because it's this fat kid whose parents think he's nothing, who has the powers of God. And he fights all of these universe-threatening villains. You know, the walrus-looking thing on the cover, you know, looks silly, but I'm sure in the comic it's some kind of villain who's going to destroy the universe, and Herbie bops him in the head with a lollipop, and that's how he conquers them. Anyway, just a fun read. This is Infinity Crusade number 4. I'm trying to get a few of these if I can, because the stories are entertaining, and I like that Infinity thing. My find of the con is after this next one. I got Infinity Crusade. This is number 6. Again, just trying to do it. I found this book in a $2 bin. This is House of Secrets, number 61, that introduces Eclipso. When I pulled this out of the box and the vendor saw it, he looked at me, he said, my assistant obviously overlooked that, because he said I would have put at least $10 on that book, at least 10. But I got it for 2. So I was extremely happy, because I've always wanted this issue. This was another one that actually came out of his $2 bin. This is Superman number 232. Superman number 247. First meeting between Superman and Captain Thunder, quote unquote. As you can tell, this is actually Shazam. But anyway, picked that one up because I've wanted it for a while. This is Superman number 281. The character on this cover, the villain, is actually based on an early 70s Sean Connery movie. And he's dressed just like this guy in the book. I think his name is Vartok or something like that. Anyway, I'm sure Sean Connery regrets to this day making that movie. This is Superman number 305. This one, I hope, is the one where the original Toy Man from the 1940s kills the Toy Man that those of you who are old enough to remember Super Friends, he kills him. I think in this issue. I hope it's in this issue, because that's why I picked it up. This is Superman Special number 3, where he fights Amazo. I just thought that looked really freaking cool. This next one, you're probably going to say, why in the heck did you pick this up? I'm going to tell you why I picked it up. This is Sergeant Fury number 51. Now, you're going to look at it, you're going to see there's a big friggin' sticker on the front of this thing. Why the heck would you buy it? Because this is a Marvel sticker from 1967. And truth be told, this sticker is rarer than this book. So, for $1, I got a sticker that is probably worth $3 or $4 by itself. So I picked it up to read the comic, but I also picked it up because the sticker is rarer than the book. Some kid went wild with a marker on the Sergeant Fury and Howley Commandos, logo, but I've always wanted to read this issue because I've heard it's a really cool issue, so picked it up. Sergeant Fury number 75. This Sergeant Fury King Size Special number 5. These next ones were 50 cents a piece. This is Captain Marvel number 35. It's actually got a tape pull on the cover there. I think this one's got a tape pull too, so number 41. Number 43, another tape pull. And number 57, where he fights Thor. Had this one as a kid. I may still have it, but anyway, like I said, it's buried somewhere if I do. For 50 cents or $1, pick these up. The Amazing Adventures number 9. This is reprints of some of the earliest X-Men stories. I've got I'm very fortunate to have been able to pick up a good many older X-Men in the past. Haven't picked up very many recently, but I was able to pick up a good many of the original issues on the cheap. So I get those so I can read the stories. Closing in on the finish, guys, closing in. This is Amazing Adventures number 10. And number 11. The guy had them on the last day, selling what was in the bag for $1, so I got them 50 cents a piece. Picked up this What If. This is one of the only What If that I don't have. This is What If Rick Jones had become the Hulk, number 12. This is What If the Punisher's family hadn't been killed. This is number 10. What if Spider-Man had kept his 6 arms? This is the last issue of DC Comics Presents. This is number 97. And I've been told that this is a really cool story. It says an untold tale of the pre-crisis universe, so picked it up. Picked this one up because it's Superman and Shazam fighting Dr. Sivana. We'll save these two for the very end. And anyway, this is DC Comics Presents Annual number 3. Picked this up because of the cover. This is Action Comics number 584. This one is an homage to Superman number 1. This is Action number 643. Picked it up totally for the George Perez cover. Trying to complete a run of Flash from number 190 to the last issue, which I think is 347. And this is one of the ones that I needed. For some reason, my Flash disappeared too. I used to have a good many of these, but they disappeared. Must have been in the box with the Micronauts and the Shogun Warriors. This is Flash number 304, number 309, number 310, 328, 340, and 341. All right, this is the last handful. I can get them out of the box. Last handful, and then I'll show the really old stuff that I bought. This Marvel Team Up number 22. This is another series I'm trying to get a run of. Remember these old ones from when I was a kid and I always liked reading them. This number 33. Number 47. Number 59. Number 66. I know I had that one as a kid and it disappeared. Number 69. Number 72. Number 74 with the original Saturday Night Live cast. And I think, no, this isn't the last one. But this is Marvel Team Up number 100. Just a really cool issue. This 106 and 129. Alrighty. Picked up a few Hulk. This is number 174. And number 235. Picked up My Greatest Adventure, number 69. Just thought this was a cool cover. I was exiled to outer space. I wasn't able to pick up a whole lot of the ACG books that I usually pick up. The Adventures in the Unknown, Unknown Worlds, Forbidden Worlds this year. For some reason, they just weren't around. But picked these up to kind of scratch the itch of the old, that 60s sci-fi stuff. This is Strange Adventures, number 143. I've always loved this painted cover with the face and the atom bomb cloud. It's really cool. And Tales of the Unexpected, number 84. Now, these are some of the last ones that I picked up. I'll start with the Superman. These I got for One of these I got, I think, for $3, which was this one. This is Action Comics number 273, coverless with the world of Mr. Mxyzptlk. Just thought that was really cool for a couple of bucks, so picked it up. This is Action Comics number 185 from 1953. And lastly, this is Detective Comics number 181 from 1951 or 52. Anyway, that is my haul. For those of you who stuck around and listened to me ramble about this, thank you. Thank you so much for sticking around. Like I said, I love sharing the books that I get. A lot of them aren't in, 9/8 condition, but I just love the medium. I love comics of all kinds, and I just like reading them and enjoying them. So I'll close this the way I usually close my regular videos. Support your local comic shop, because when they go away, it's really hard to find this good stuff that we love. Thanks for sticking around, guys, and that's all she wrote. Thanks. See you next time.